It's the Super Smash Brothers Nintendo Direct reaction podcast here on Show Me Your News at showmeyournews.com. Super Tony, I must say, it was quite the event. Hype.
Happy feet. Wombo combo.
That ain't Falco, but Falco's not confirmed. Where you at?
Box only, final destination much?
Thank you for joining us here on twitch.tv/showmeyournews. Also at showmeyournews.com/podcast, where we host the Show Me Your News podcast. And if you're joining us from Smashboards, yes, we are still around, believe it or not. More than 150 episodes covering Smash Brothers and the latest gaming industry news. Now, Super, you have a special guest with you today because of your different moving and living conditions.
Yes. Today with me is an old friend and member of Team Megamix, whenever they do release that.
Maybe in like 10 years from now?
Something like that. This is Rob Joe.
Hello, my name is Rob Joe, and he mentioned that I'm with Team Megamix, that is referring to Sonic Megamix, the Sonic modification project.
Oh, nice.
And I should have rehearsed that at least slightly, because I just
They
kind of
did a
started
pretty
stumbling
good job,
over.
That's
actually.
fine.
Okay. I'll stop judging myself.
That's a good thing.
Well, welcome to the show, Rob Joe. And I didn't mean for that to rhyme either, but it was a
It's interesting
40-minute...
to be here just so suddenly when walking in the door.
Yes.
I mean, and we have to say, firsthand, if you have not watched the Nintendo Direct about Super Smash Brothers, you might want to leave now and not spoil yourself. It was a great event for Smash fans everywhere, and since
Also,
we
you
are
avoided
originally...
IGN homepages and everything so
Right.
when you got to this.
Yeah, I mean, we are originally a Smash Brothers podcast. We still cover Smash Brothers news, so we figured, even though this is not a official episode of Show Me Your News, we figured we had to do a reaction podcast. And I know during the whole thing, I'm going to have to watch this again later tonight.
Yep.
I took 4 pages of notes, and I'm writing down things. And when he's listing, assist trophies, and when he's listing Pokemon, I'm just like writing, and I'm hardly looking. Like I'm sure didn't notice like the finer details of everything here. But we're gonna cover everything, and we're gonna try to keep it brief for you all because we know that you want to go back and watch this again.
And again and again.
So guys, let's start off with the release date. We thought that maybe this was a very peculiar timing for the release of this Nintendo Direct. We've had past Nintendo Directs about games that released between 1 and 3 months before the games were released. So when we know that Smash might be, holiday 2014, why are we getting a Direct now? It's been 2 months since a normal Nintendo Direct, and now Smash Brothers? So I'm kind of surprised and glad that, Sakurai, opened the show essentially with this.
Yeah, that was pretty much the smartest decision I could think of. And to be honest, this was super surprising.
Mm-hmm. How so, Super?
I honestly expected the Wii U version to drop first. They often talked about the technical problems they were having with the Nintendo 3DS, so
That's
I
true.
figured that one would obviously come out later. However, that doesn't seem to be the case.
Personally, it kind of bums me out, though, because it's like, well, I can go get all that kind of now and get a taste of it, but it's not the full course meal kind of thing.
Yeah.
I remember Sonic 4 came out on iPhone, before
Right.
it came out on, consoles, and I'm like, ooh, I could get it, but I don't really want to, and then the game was bad either way.
And then the game
Hopefully
came
not
out,
the
and you're like,
case.
I really don't want to now anyway. I'm glad I didn't.
It's hopefully
Oh, yeah,
not the
this
case.
Mega Mix.
Yeah, right?
So the 3DS version of Super Smash Brothers, so still the name is, as far as we know, Super Smash Brothers for 3DS, which is a tedious name that I wish they changed. That's my personal taste.
Well, at the very least, this is the 4th Smash game, and this is Super Smash Bros. 4. Then it's
Oh, they're so
It's
clever.
still Smash 4.
They're so clever.
I hope that's what they meant, but even then, I would have went with something like, it would be nice if instead of listing the console titles that they just said Smash 2D and Smash U, instead of saying Wii U and 3DS, maybe it would be a little bit less clunky. But
Yeah, Super Smash Brothers Run might have been a little stranger, but we'll get to talking about that mode later for 3DS. That one's coming out in summer 2014. And, the 3DS, I guess, it doesn't need the software, but I guess we're glad to get new Smash in summer, a portable experience, which will be a first.
Yeah.
And it's going to... It's kind of smart, actually, if you think about it. It's going to the biggest audience so they can buy a lot of copies because the 3DS audience, when you compare it to Wii U, is huge. Then maybe, after playing it, they think, maybe I want to experience this on my TV, my home theater system, what have you. I want to get the console version. I want to buy a Wii U.
That's all
what they want.
That's all fantastic points. Plus, there are going to be obvious engine differences between the two.
Yeah.
This comes out basically as okay, what's going to be broken?
Yeah, it's kind of like a test version with the less important version of the game.
And they can still patch it, too, because
Right.
they patched 3DS games in the past.
They patched 3DS games, and they're probably going to patch this game too. But anything that's actually like really in your face, like this shouldn't be working like this. This is the 3DS version is a fantastic way to test run that.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm already nervous about Little Mac when I saw him. I'm like, that looks like
Little Mac. The main problem with him is that he's like really powerful, but he's like weaker in the air. And the new Final Destination 4 Glory mode is just like custom built for Little Mac to really take everything over.
Now, guys, we'll be talking about that later in the show. But the important thing for the 3DS version is that at Youmacon, for the Show Me Your News community, we'll be able to play Smash Brothers on 3DS with each other.
Yes.
I mean, that's crazy. For Wii U, it is coming out winter 2014, which is strange that they said that. I mean, I would have preferred almost them saying holiday 2014, so we can maybe even hope for a later November. You know, they gotta go before Black Friday in America. I think that's a must that you gotta hit. But you know, that has happened before with delaying it to next year. I'm just glad that they didn't delay it to 2015 because that would have been it would have ruined the whole thing.
I would have cried.
It would have hung over the entire direct.
It would have, and you know, to open it up, and you're absolutely right. I think it gets it out of the way, and then let's get to the good stuff. He starts off with technical tidbits: 60 frames per second on 3DS, even when in 3D.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I was happy to hear that, considering that Smash has always been a 60 frame game, and with the limitations they kept talking about.
Yeah,
and just like the HDness, and I've seen some dropped frames and stuff like that in other Wii U games. So the fact that they're really working to keep the 60 frames per second really makes me happy.
Yeah,
watching the direct again, like while we're talking about it, is pretty crazy. There's so much visual stimuli and little things to look at in like every little scene too.
So you're saying you're just getting distracted? Is that it? All right, okay.
No, keep it up.
No,
it's really smart to keep with like assist trophies in Pokemon to be 30 frames per second too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In fact, I might actually just jump back here while we're talking about that. If people on Twitch and the YouTube version here at youtube.com/showmeyournews, if they don't mind, the rosters, it's the same in both, and that makes sense. But the stages are different.
Yep.
And we kind of knew that already, but it's good to see him emphasize that.
Yeah. I'm really, really glad to see that because I was just really worried that there was going to be even just one or two characters exclusive to one version and be like, they're just in the 3DS version. Imagine how cool this character would be on the Wii U on HDTV, and it's like, that'd be horrible. Mm-hmm. So I don't care about the stages, but we have all the characters in both versions of the game. That's important.
I guess we'll know the full roster as soon as the 3DS version's out too.
That's a good point. So I think they gotta start putting that together on the site. And I think it was DVD Smith in our Twitch chat who pointed out, apparently we have 29 confirmed characters already. And that's 6 less than the 35 roster in Brawl. We don't have all of the veterans returning back. We still don't have some secret characters still there.
Yeah, we still need we need at least 10 or so secret characters to make it feel like you're unlocking a decent amount of content.
Right.
Some of these might be secret, but...
Yeah. My music is back. 2 songs on the 3DS.
What did they do to your music?
Oh, they stole it all. 2 songs on each 3DS stage, and then a smattering on Wii U, just like in Brawl. And for Sakurai never mentioning this on the Smash Brothers website, I'm glad to see that there.
Yeah.
That was the part I missed right at the beginning. I'm like, they were talking about music. That's all I care about.
So basically, 3DS runs the Melee setup, and the Wii U runs the Brawl setup in terms of stages
Yeah.
and music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense. You know, you have to save memory on the 3DS version. And you heard a lot of the different new music tracks, which I could not take notes on. I apologize. You got to watch them again. Some of them are great. Like, I loved the Cap'n theme remix from Animal Crossing New Leaf when they showed the villagers' special moves. I'm just like, that's amazing.
Yep,
That's so great.
I was in a chat with a call with a bunch of Spinachers, and they seemed very happy with that remix.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was great. And then I know Gerudo Valley for Sheik was awesome. But, you know, they were starting off with a lot of different, older Smash songs. So it's like, okay, yeah, that song. And they played that Wi-Fi waiting room, our ending theme for the show. And it's like, yep, there is that theme.
Yes.
That song just gives me like different emotions now. Just 'cause
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
we're done
Now-
working or something.
Now, my first reaction of why Sakurai is he said, now there are ways that the 3DS and Wii U version can connect, but we'll talk about that at a later date.
Meaning,
No!
you still don't know how to really figure that one out.
Yeah, it's... I'm
Well, you
just...
get your GameCube GBA link cable out.
and then you can connect it
God.
somehow.
GameCube GBA link cable, that thing that was used for 2 or 3 games.
I used it for Sonic Adventure and Metroid Prime. Okay, I can't think of any others right.
I played Four Swords Adventures the other day.
Oh, right, yeah, there was like 4 Swords and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles that used it. That was cool.
Good game.
Yep.
It's a good game.
That's it.
And hey, we just got our 4 together now that Rob's here, because he brought
Yeah.
his. So we
Very
can finally
nice.
play those games as they're meant to be played.
Yes.
So
So a
now
whole bunch
we-
of people crowded around a TV while staring at their Game Boys and not the TV.
Or each other.
Yeah,
So then-
yeah, there's like it's antisocial on a console. It's amazing.
It's fantastic.
So Sakurai went into a montage of stages next. First for 3DS, the Reset Bomb Forest, which we knew from Kid Icarus Uprising. 3D Land from Super Mario 3D Land. The Spirit Train, which we knew Alfonso shows up when Toon Link is there. That's from Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Gerudo Valley, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Arena Ferox, good to see that official name confirmed from Fire Emblem Awakening. Next we had...
Arena Faro.
Could be that. I don't know. Tortimer Island, Animal Crossing New Leaf, The Living Room, which has a big Nintendogs focus, Prism Tower, which unfortunately, as we were talking about last episode with Tony and I, not Kalos from Pokemon X and Y, and Rainbow Road. Also, Find Me is a stage on its own, which we saw a little
That
bit
made me
with.
happy.
Yeah.
And then I just laughed at Balloon Fight. It's a nice little retro stage. It's much better than 75M, that's for sure.
Yeah. 75M was
Yeah.
one of the worst stages ever.
And then Japes comes back on 3DS, Jungle Japes. On the Wii U side, we have Mario Galaxy, which just looks gorgeous. Pyrosphere, and a lot of these we did already know from the Smash Brothers website. Town and City
Balloon
is the
Fight
name.
looks all kinds of silly.
Yeah. Town and City from Animal Crossing. The Boxing Ring, which we've already learned a little bit about from Punch Out. Pilot Wings is the fly around stage from Pilot Wings.
Really?
Really?
Skyloft, which they totally ripped off from Project M, not gonna lie. And then
Yep.
Windy Hill from Sonic Lost World. Garden of Hope.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let's
Garden
just
of
make
Hope
Green
from
Hill,
Pikmin
but
3.
new. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, Wii Fit Studio, which is just more of a flat stage. And Palutena's Temple, because Legend of Zelda Temple can't stay, apparently. And that looks like the one that was leaked, or not leaked, shown a couple days ago, because it had that spiked ball. And then Halberd returns from Brawl.
Neither confirming or deconfirming Palutena too, especially with that like
Right.
trophy. It's just like.
I mean, you could say, like, oh, Pit, whatever, but I think everyone's expecting Palutena, especially after that leaked image. Though,
The
let's
kind
talk
of interesting thing about Palutena's Temple is that it looks like 3 different stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
like
the
3
top-
different stages
like-
just put side by side.
Yeah, and the top left part, it looks like it should be this just stage on its own in the competitive environment.
Maybe that's what the final destination stage will be, is just that part.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Yeah.
Or it'd be like Palutena's Temple, Final Destination, Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3.
Yeah.
Now, Tony tell us about Yellow Devil.
Why me? I like that he comes out of the building, like from the background. I'm like,
Right.
that's neat. Here's my question to you guys. I also love that he had to like highlight that you hit the eye. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I played Mega Man.
And he like circled it, and I'm like, yeah, I see it. It's the only distinguishing feature on him because he's all yellow and whatnot. I hope you can pause and use Electman's power and kill him faster.
That'd be great. Because
that'd
Elect
be-
Man is an assist trophy.
Yeah, you can just like wreck the Yellow Devil so fast.
Though Darkrai
Here's
does
my
make a good
question.
point. Darkrai makes a good point on Twitch. I gotta point out that the Palutena links that we've seen, that may be assist trophy.
Possibly.
That's actually a pretty good point.
Here's my question about this, and I didn't really notice it, but I did start to look at before they announced the Final Destination stage feature that we'll get to later. That when they show Mega Man stage, there's platforms, and when they show this Yellow Devil footage, there's no platforms. And I'm like, now I look back and I'm like, so that was the Final Destination version, maybe. And then I'm like, but the Yellow Devil still shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If
what
they
do you
would
make
be-
of that?
Yeah, I would, if anything, for the Final Destination stage, I would keep the platforms and turn off the Yellow Devil because he's going to be your big deterrent for the fight. That's what you
Right.
don't want to
I'm
do in
net-
that kind of game.
If he's there, I'm never going to use that stage.
I know.
I'm pretty sure that at this point,
Competitively.
they're showing off
competitively.
the Final Destination version. They're showing off the boss, but they're trying to make sure there's a competitive element to the game. Boss characters can be turned off.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So then they
Yeah,
can
they
be
made a
turned
big
on
deal.
separately. That's a good idea.
Hmm
So they
They
did
made
say
a
that?
deal
or-
about boss.
No, they did not say that, but that's it seems very obvious in what they're showing.
Right. Well, that would make sense.
After that, we got our first trophy quiz, didn't we?
Well, we also got Ridley, a Ridley tease, and I know I'm someone who really wants Ridley as a playable character.
Oh.
And
I
so
love how it's like other boss characters, and this was Ridley Shadow, and just kind of like, you guys know.
Yeah.
You're not outright saying it. You're just like, hey, look, it's Ridley.
You know what you're
Why There's
doing.
Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's not Ridley and he's playable and we're just using a shadow just to fuck with you. Like, there's so many possibilities.
See, there we go. There's
Absolutely nothing from that scene. We just know that Ridley will be in some form casting a shadow on this stage, maybe.
And I don't know if you noticed in the video, there were a couple frames where his wing actually did come up in the in the actual field of view. Now then,
Whoops.
In the clouds.
they did the trophy quiz, which I think was a nice little way to break things up with Tiki from Fire Emblem Awakening. Oh, the Fire Emblem series, but most recently, and that version in Fire Emblem Awakening. A nice little thing to break things up.
Yeah. Give you a little bit of a rest, unless you're being a troll.
And then Sakurai drops the bombs of online multiplayer. I think we have a lot to talk about here.
I like how they prefix it by saying enjoyable online multiplayer or something that like they immediately admit that Brawls Online was trash.
He
Yeah.
wants to have an enjoyable experience, a friendly. Let's foster a positive experience for online. Like,
This could be someone's first time using the internet. We wouldn't want it to be bad. Someone could put ass in their name and offend someone. Oh no.
so we'd have to ban them, but temporarily. But temporarily.
Temporary ass ban.
Yeah. Ass man.
Both
Temporary
systems.
ass band.
Both systems get online multiplayer, which I guess is a good thing considering all of the 3DS games that they're like, nope, sorry, you don't get online multiplayer. Local though, you get local multiplayer. Is that good enough for you? Mario platformers?
Not for Smash.
No, not for basically any game should have online multiplayer at this point. We're in the year 2014. It's not hard.
And they do emphasize for the Wii U version that you should get the LAN adapter.
Sorry, I just was watching the For Fun thing, and I realized that
Someone's dying over there.
That's how I sneeze.
that's how Rob Joe sneezes. But I just realized during the For Fun segment in the corner, Kirby's down B, he becomes a thwomp.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
He gets up with a thwomp. A very large thwomp, too, I note. It was much larger than his normal rock that we've seen so far.
That's cool.
Well, let's talk about the big change for the two game modes online, because they talked about the setbacks that they had in Brawl, and it was pretty limiting, and we know that it was not that good.
It
But
was.
with friends, with anyone. Now there's the distinction when you play anonymously, as in not with friends, for
But it's not
fun.
anonymous. He does
Yeah.
call out and say it's not anonymous.
Yeah, you get your Nintendo Network ID displayed to everyone,
Right.
which is a good
Which is
idea.
neat.
But that's a good point. And when when you're not playing with friends for fun and for glory.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty exciting that they're actually kind of considering that not everyone wants to play, all these different, stages with items. That only
2-minute
wins
time match with a bunch of items everywhere.
Yeah.
That's fun, right?
and only
Dude,
wins
that
are
for
recorded.
fun picture is fucking like, oh, it's Kirby's happy, Pikachu's fire flower. It's so cute.
Oh yeah, they picked the nice, cute characters for fun, and then like Link and Samus being fierce for glory.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me pause when we get to the for fun screen because I couldn't take notes of this. So the stages are random, but no final destination. And I busted out laughing.
Yep.
That was hilarious.
Just
yeah.
like really, but not final destination. No items. Only that whole bit. All items, Smash battles only. Which,
That was a weird way. That was a weird phrasing.
Smash battles.
That's a
like,
strange. It is a strange way of putting it.
You won't be playing Street Fighter in this mode. Only Smash Brothers.
But maybe it's the whole run, Smash run.
Pong assist trophy is banned.
Right. And then
Psycho pointing out that Sakurai implies that competitive play isn't for fun.
right.
Right.
I mean, he's being all Sakurai about it.
You know what? It's like we get it, like competitive is a thing, but they still don't really completely understand it, and they're like, I guess they like Final Destination or something. Like they didn't research it enough.
Yeah,
but
that's
I'm like, well, you're trying. I appreciate it.
Good point by-
thing that gets me here. Is
Good point by D Park Joe in our Twitch chat mentions that maybe it means no Final Destination versions. So you do have all the stages, but they're all their non-Final Destination versions. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They're all the for fun versions or the for glory Final Destination versions in the other mode.
Speaking of the Final Destination versions, Final Destination itself, though,
Oh god, with like the Earth colliding with the
Yeah.
sun.
and the
Pretty-
fire and the
pretty
flame,
epic.
the heaven and the hell.
God,
I love it.
For
That's
a
fun,
lot more pretty than Brawls was.
on For Fun though, only wins are recorded because everyone
Yeah.
has to be a winner. Everyone has to get a participation trophy.
Well, it's not that
saying.
everyone's a winner. It's that they're only recording your wins, not your losses. So you can't
Right.
go like, oh, well, they have like 20 losses and 1 win. It's just one
And
win.
it-
Maybe
yeah.
they played one time.
And at the end of the game, you have to give out a coin star, a battle star, and a
Yes.
party minigame star.
Yes, happening star.
I would be okay with this. City trial mode. No, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we will get to that. Over in the For Glory mode, for real competitive players, because they only like to play on Final Destination, no items,
be like-
A lot of competitive players don't like Final Destination.
one-on-one battles possible, wins and losses.
Yeah.
All in big red text.
Big red text.
I also like the fact that during the For Glory battle, with the one-on-one possible, it keeps just showing the free-for-alls.
Yeah, right.
But it
It's-
does eventually show a 1v1, I think.
I just hope that they'll let you choose the amount of slots you want to have open in your game, and not like if you want to be 1v1 and for fun, it's just like Brawl where you have to wait in the waiting room for a whole 10 minutes to connect to someone and then hope other people don't connect.
Yeah, we
And
gotta
then
hope.
the CPU joins in.
Yeah. Oh, then like a half and half chance. Even if you get there, you still have to hope we don't add CPU opponents.
I wonder if they're going to add the option if you can do 3-for-all battles only. Just 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
That'd be funny.
2 or 3 or 4 people. Just let you choose how many people you want in a match.
I doubt teams will be considered.
That's sad.
I
Yeah.
would hope that Teams is considered. I
Yeah.
would really hope that Teams is
At
considered.
least in the For Glory mode, give it teams. Give it team support.
I know the For Fun would have teams because they did have team mode in the
Yeah.
old version. So I would
Right.
hope that team mode. Now, team mode where you can team up with another person online that you know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what you want to know.
2
Yeah.
people teaming up to go against another random team online.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
instead of teaming up randomly with a random teammate.
But I'll give them credit. They could have completely overlooked this, not even given the competitive scene, whatever you want to say, just not even pay them any mind. But to
Yeah.
have this, and I gotta say, I like the phrase "for glory."
That was pretty funny.
I want to go to a Smash event to just have For Glory.
For
Okay,
Glory
stop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna talk to my teammate and see if we can't change our team name.
For glory.
For Glory.
Conductors of the Glory Train.
I wrote, and I'm sorry if it seems like it's, being distinguished or whatever, but by my notes I wrote, for fun / for glory, and I wrote scrub / comp.
Yep.
Like, it's kind of true.
Scrubs and competitives.
Look at Sakurai pointing those out. With friends, though, you can still set the rules, and that's a great thing. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You just kind of play the game and screw around however you want.
I like how he also mentions that there will be ranking somewhat. A simple ranking system would be too broad, so we're going to use this arbitrary mode thing so even someone who isn't very good can get ranked highly.
That's
Global
cool, Sakurai. That kind of goes against what it's supposed to mean.
And it
but-
still ends up being a ranking.
Yeah.
I like it, though. Global Smash Power.
It's got a great name.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And I think it's better to say that you are better than so many people. So the higher number is technically better than the lower number.
Right.
Yeah.
And at least they are considering the matchmaking based on skill, based on that global smash power. That's smart. I'll give them credit. That is smart.
They did it. They just did it in their own little Nintendo safety. Look at the big number. Look at the bright side. You're better than all these people.
It's definitely a for fun kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's very
It's
true.
only counting your wins. Also, the Wii at the very end, the one who's the
It
worst.
said I just watched the Final Destination thing, and it said in For Glory mode like all the other Final Destination versions. So yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
But
go ahead.
that's good.
someone mentioned, I don't recall who. I think it was Darker Eye, who mentioned that at the end of the list of like the worst player during this Global Smash Power bit,
Mhm.
he does. It is a specific me.
Oh no, who is it?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping that he's in the chat or someone in the chat knows.
Wow.
But that is a specific, I believe, Nintendo rep.
Oh, well, at first when
Yeah, I
they
thought so too. Yeah.
at first when they said, that we can report players, it was Sakurai. It was Sakurai and his me. So,
Okay.
but let's get back to the Final Destination thing. I think there's a really big thing for competitive players who at least used to listen to the show for Brawl. And a lot of us do like to play competitively.
Yeah.
A flat stage without other features. That's what Sakurai thinks Final Destination means. And Tony, you said that it's for the For Glory mode.
Yeah.
I
just saw that.
hope that it's not just online. I hope we can.
Oh, I'm sure it's not.
We can trigger it for local play as well.
yeah.
They wouldn't go to that effort if it was just for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they would make it specifically for this online mode that people might not actually play.
But kudos to them for including it in the online mode.
Yeah.
That's actually really exciting.
I would rather have it only online rather than only offline, but it should be both places. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, the different things that could be done with those who want to disrupt the online environment with starting and not playing, relentlessly targeting of an individual. Like, does that mean like attacks? I don't know. Repeated self-destructs, frequent dropping, cheats. I think some of those aren't necessarily the problem. If it's frequent dropping, maybe if it's maybe they can tell if it's not connection based. But yeah, temporary bans from online play because it's connected to the Nintendo network. Baseless reporting will also get you, punished as well.
Yep.
At least they're thinking about it. This is such a change. It's such a change from
They
Brawl.
seem like they care.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit broken up that they've sort of segregated it in a way that will probably make the casual players hate on the competitive fan base even more. It's just going to fuel the lol competitives only care about Final Destination. They're only playing half the game kind of bullcrap. But I mean, it's better to have this than nothing at all.
Yep.
But it's kind of segregated. And it is I do want to play seriously on stages other than Final Destination, but at least I cannot have to put up with items, free-for-alls, everything going just apeshit, and I'm barely in control of my character. At least I
Right.
cannot have that.
Yeah. And those are all good points.
Absolutely. Then we eventually, as we were looking at the global smash power, as the little guy with his 300,312 ranking.
Little macro.
It's pretty clever. But let's jump ahead to talk of items. And it was just a montage here, so I guess we can watch
Which
it
is
as
great,
like
which is great. Just seeing all the redesigned items.
it's true, but
It was, yeah.
did make it very annoying for my note taking. So the beam sword has a different look, but
Yeah.
it looks very cool. The bumper also a different
Nice
look, but
little
it'll be
redesign.
annoying as ever.
Yeah.
Smart
Mo-
bomb.
Smart bomb explodes a lot quicker and in a different kind of way.
I wonder
Yeah.
if they're still duds though.
As long as I
Probably.
can successfully use a smart bomb without always hurting myself and someone else,
Always.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, always you will get hurt when a smart bomb is on the field.
Motion sensor bomb, pow block, the beetle, which is really clever from Skyward Sword. The fire
Power
bar.
block was great.
Yeah.
Power block looks like a fun idea.
I
Mm-hmm.
got
The beetle looked hilarious.
Just carry him away.
The fire bar though,
That's
was just
cool.
That's like
I guess that's our new beam sword. Wait, we already saw the beam
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah, but it can be used as a sword, which is really interesting. Very
Yeah.
cool effect. The back shield, so you kind of just protect
That's
yourself.
creepy.
Could be
That's
very
neat.
helpful. Bomb chew from Zelda, which just follows you around. The fairy bottle.
Which Zelda? Because I was like, what the fuck is Bomb Chew from? Because I know what they
Well,
are, but I don't.
it was
Ocarina.
mostly Ocarina.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You also had the fairy bottle, which is probably your new heart container. To
Makes
restore
more sense.
a lot of health, and does make more sense. The Ore Club, which we saw a few days ago on the website.
I did not know it did a whirlwind though. I
That's
must
true.
have-
That's a good point.
The X-Bomb was cool.
It looks
Where's
cool.
the beetle take you, by the way?
Just straight up.
Took
Up.
just straight up.
Just you die.
Star KO.
Yeah.
We also had I think Hokotate, or
It's
however you-
basically Elmar's old Final
Hokotate.
Smash.
That's true. It is the old Final Smash Hokotate, whatever, however you want to say it.
Which makes me think he's got a new one.
Probably.
He probably does.
There's
Olimar's
a
Final
lot
Smash
of new
was
Final
lame.
Smashes.
Yeah, there was a lot of really
Yeah.
lame Final Smashes in Brawl, and it looks like they actually noticed and admitted that they did a poor job with them.
I'm going to agree.
You had the Rocket Belt, which had a Pilot Wings logo. Very interesting, but I guess when you need a stage, you also need the logo there. And then finally Steel Diver, because that was a 3DS game, a 3DS
Yep.
launch game.
X-Bomb. I love X-Bomb.
Then Fi as a new Who's That trophy. It's Pikachu, goddammit.
It's just true.
Every time.
So now we're on assist trophies.
Just to hammer the point home, Sakurai sitting there with a Waluigi.
That's
Talking
true.
about assist trophies.
Waluigi will not be a playable character. Stop asking.
That made me laugh so hard.
The assist trophy actually looks different. It's kind of have like a multi-colored sort of thing as opposed to just a glass look.
That's
but
pretty
you-
cool looking, actually.
It is. It's going to stand out more, that's for sure.
Yeah,
they
something
look
people just
creepy in
lose the
there.
fight.
They look like Shadow of the Colossus people in a jar. Like, it's fucking creepy.
Yeah, a little bit. You get Andros, Devil, Knuckle Joe, Sakiyama Miya. You have Lin, a new Nintendog, which we did see from
I
the
did.
website.
We were watching that. Me and Nate were watching that. We're like, been there. Different puppy. Like,
Yeah,
I was-
different puppy. It's a good way of putting it. Waluigi, Dr. Wright, those come back. Skull Kid is almost like Tingle, the new Tingle in a way, where it just kind of warps the stage in some fashion, maybe upside down and whatnot, which I think is almost a shame for how cool Skull Kid is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mother Brain, great assist trophy.
Jesus Christ. That's like
I-
a legendary Pokemon. It's like a full-fledged boss.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
And she uses her Super Metroid Rape Beam. That
Exactly.
was
Just
crazy.
look at that. That's ridiculous.
I am actually really glad to see that. You bring up something that I never thought about with assist trophies in Brawl, but Brawl's assist trophies didn't really have the big scary ones like Pokeballs. You can get legendary
Yeah.
Pokemon. There were no like quote unquote legendary assist
That's a
trophies.
really good point.
Looks like we have that now.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of really lame assist trophies in Brawl. And I'm glad to see that there's actually some really interesting ones that aren't either violently overpowered or just barely affecting the game.
Stuffy, what are you doing here? Enough said.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You have Midna.
deconfirmed.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Honestly, any of these characters.
But I do like seeing Midna in some fashion. Also,
I was
Ashley
happy.
was another one that,
Dark Samus deconfirmed.
Oh, man. Dark Samus would have been a really cool alternate costume. So it's kind of strange to
Yeah, that's
see
what I
Dark Samus as an assist trophy here.
Yeah.
Chain Chomp doesn't look that effective, but it made me very happy.
I
Yes.
agree.
He's a
I
silly
agree.
looking guy.
As did Isabel. I went like,
Yeah.
yay, Isabel!
Yeah, we did see her on the site, but great to see her in motion, and that little grumpy face.
The person I was helping died.
Alekman. Alekman's a good assist trophy.
You
And
need to be
probably...
able to pause and do more damage.
That would be just the worst.
And the best.
Just like hit them and then pause. Suddenly they're like 400% damage and they die.
And we gotta say,
Just use it on the freaking Yellow Devil.
the best assist trophy. Color TV, Game 15.
Yeah, that's certainly a thing.
The Pong
Freaking
hit so hard.
Pong.
Pong.
That was just
So-
fantastic.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. That would be great if some of these assist trophies, like Pong or something, could be controlled by a Wii U gamepad player, like off to the side. That would be really
that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
Just like heckle other players with these incidental characters would be really cool.
That's great.
This is kind of interesting to mention, but we all seem to be happily talking about items, which
I
means it's a
know.
lot nicer than Brawl ever was.
But everything about I'm gonna say this trailer single-handedly made me actually give a shit about this game. I was just like, that looks neat, but it probably won't be what I want it to be. But I'm like, no, they're actually admitting their flaws here, and they're actually being humble and not just
was
being
a-
their silly Nintendo just ignorant smiling about
It was a
everything, acting
great
like it's cool.
direct.
That paddle on the left won.
Yeah, it really made me
Yeah.
care. They really showed me things I care
Yes,
about.
it did, Tony.
And they started playing again. Pokemon. The
you
difference
see that?
between Pokeballs
Little blade grass.
and Master Balls.
Really ball.
It's just the Master Ball was a great idea,
Yeah.
but I'm just laughing so hard at this little scene. A little blade of grass flies off from the background in front of the ball. I'm just like,
Yep.
that's a detail you didn't
Right-
need to
right
put
there.
in. That's
Yep.
hilarious.
Yeah, there's these little bits of grass flying.
That's great.
Yeah.
And those bring out legendary Pokemon, like, the god of Pokemon, Arceus.
Yeah, I like how they just start off with like Arceus, here you go, and I'm just like, yeah, that's really cool.
And meteor smashes when you're in the air. I just look at that like, oh god.
That's
yeah.
mean.
Oh,
well, Mega
literally.
Man could do that too. Where they like, oh wait, never mind. I am
I'm not
totally not thinking correctly.
Someone's gonna toss that. Someone's gonna be like
Fellas.
way far away trying to recover, and it's like, well, fuck.
middle of the Nintendo Direct, Sakurai uses a substitute.
Can we just talk about that?
He just
Yeah.
uses a
Like, just-
substitute.
So is Sakurai Greninja?
Yes.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe Sakurai will voice Greninja as well.
Oh dear.
Like he
Yeah,
voices
and
all
day-to-day.
these other characters. But a great list of Pokemon, just to see in a little montage. You have Meowth, who looks the same. Electrode, who looks the same.
Yeah.
Eevee, who just
Who
like
was
little,
great.
little tackle, but it's good to
Little
see
tackle.
Eevee.
Just tackle.
Staryu's the same. Metagross looks the same, but good to see them back. Fennekin is a new one.
Yes.
Just
PK
shooting.
fires.
Yeah.
It's like
PK
it's almost
fire.
like Torchic,
Yeah.
yeah. PK Fire. Meloetta.
Didn't even think
Ooh.
that was a thing. Go-Go was hilarious.
Go-Go, you
Go-Go
can actually
was my
like ride him,
favorite.
not directly attack people. That's cool.
Well, Meloetta is like almost like the Celebi character.
Probably, yeah.
from one of the
He's probably going to be
generations.
their next Mew, Celebi, Jirachi. Just give you something and leave.
I'm pretty sure from Gen 5 actually. Like just kind of shoots out like purple psychic things. I'm pretty sure Meloetta is from Gen 5.
I hope
don't know.
Yeah.
Electrode is like never not in the game. Like I love Electrode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electro always in the game.
A lot of returning ones, pretty much. Finicky
Yeah,
was
Go-Goat, you can ride Entei. That's the same. Looks
Go-Goat's
weird.
my favorite. I'm like, why is it Go-Goat? And then I saw Mario riding him, and I'm like, yes, Go-Goat.
That is why.
While charging Flood, no less, getting ready to shoot someone.
All the
Palkia.
stupid ones are my favorite. What was the Bonsly was my favorite in the last game.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
ridiculous.
It was one of the only Pokemon that I actually had fun using
Yeah.
in Brawl.
He actually
Pal-
had risk reward to using a Pokeball.
Yeah, it was not like either this Pokemon does nothing or this Pokemon means you've instantly killed everyone. That was a big problem with Brawl's
Well,
Pokeballs.
The thing with that too is you could throw it sideways and it would be really slow, but if you threw it straight up, like it went really fast.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was silly.
Now Palkia is kind of removed from Spear Pillar, which
But
as
it's
DVD Smith
exactly
points
the
out.
same.
Yeah, it looks
Now,
the same,
now
does the
every
same.
stage is Spear Pillar.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Have fun.
DVD Smith points out that, yeah, that probably does mean that Spear Pillar is out, but, only certain Brawl stages would be returning. Though we do get Kyurem, and Kyurem's probably another, like Palkia, another Master Ball legendary character. Kind of uses ice, some... Victini would be another one as well, some star
Victory
power.
Star.
Yep, Caldeo with a kind of a horn lance. I see Xerneas here, and then I'm like, show me Eviltal. Show me Eviltal, and then Xerneas is just standing there, and nothing happens.
Xerneas doesn't really even do anything either. He just does an effect-looking thing, but you don't really see what it does to people. Yeah. It's like, you don't really see what, it means for the players, and they don't even show Eviltal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So let me get to returning fighters. And I think...
Zero Laser, but it doesn't make Samus go away.
Yeah.
Kind of going back to Project M here. Remember how in Project M, Samus was just always put back, one of the last things. And, here's Samus as the first thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Samus.
And I kind of like...
instead of thinking Samus won't be here, we think Zero Suit won't be here. And they try to tell us that at first.
Oh,
yeah. That was just pure Sakurai.
I actually went what? And then,
that's actually not in character for Sakurai, because he'll leave you wondering for months on end. He won't just immediately come out and say psych. He'll 5 months down the road say, oh yeah, by the way, you thought this character wasn't coming back? Or here they are.
Well, the thing with it too that was weird is he never really just outright says, nah, he's not gonna be in the game. It's usually just maybe and hint towards it, but then it's nope. Nah, just kidding.
It's seriously, won't be in the game. Stop hoping for. Oh, yeah, I lied, by the way.
Were you when you were taking notes? Did you start to write that down, and then you're like, shit?
You just scribble it out.
Yeah, kind of. Because I had to use a Zero Laser, no Zero Suit, and then I did uncaps, no changing character forms.
Yeah.
Which. At that point, was just well, there goes Pokemon Trainer, there goes Sheik, and there goes Zero Suit.
Well, Pokemon Trainer was a terrible idea anyway.
And it does make sense, because
Trainer,
the 3DS limitations, that's the big thing. That's why they can't do it, because they can't load all the multiple things. You gotta think that's the reason.
Probably a lot of RAM limitations and such.
Yeah.
But it does mean some good things. I mean, yeah, I definitely believed the Zero Suit Samus trolling, especially, the fading to the monochrome color.
Yeah, just
goodbye. Goodbye. And then she's back. She looks better than ever.
That was
holy crap.
Darn good looking.
I am so happy to see this cool looking Zero Suit, not some high heeled wearing crying PTSD horror from Other M.
Yep, Other M, absolutely.
We'll call her a whore.
Really worried she was gonna have high heels in this game.
Too.
The jet boots. Well, she does have high heels. They're just now jet boots.
Well, they're cool looking high heels.
Fucking portal boots.
It's not overly feminine high heels.
Mm-hmm.
And they have jets.
Improved recovery ability, which she needs. It looks like, maybe no tether.
No tethers. Olimar got rid of his tether as well.
Yeah, I really think tethers are just gone. I hope that you can have zero tethers like Melee, where you just cling to some part of the stage, but sweet spot tethers were a bad idea.
And it makes sense when you actually think, what happened with Pikmin? What happened with the Pokemon? One that used tether that now seems that he may be absent. And I agree, it's a good idea.
I like using the grapple beam to grab the edge, though. I feel like a badass.
That may still be there.
Yeah.
I think maybe they could keep Melee style tethers, like the Z-Airs not homing on the stage.
Right.
Special move homing tethers. Even in Project M, there's still, I think they're kind of dumb. They don't feel like they belong in the game.
Yep.
Let's get to talking about Zelda, though. Because now when you hear Zelda and they're talking about no changing characters, Sheik. Well, Sheik probably will be on, on their own. And remember... The Phantom Slash. We were talking about when that came out.
Everyone thought it was an assist trophy, and then that's actually her new down special.
I don't know. I gotta give our Twitter account credit. We tweeted, so that may be a down B. What does this mean for Sheik?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Honestly, with it not being Ocarina of Time Zelda, it doesn't really make sense that she transforms into Sheik anyway.
That's
true.
Yeah.
That way, Sheik and Zelda can look like they exist at two different periods and still make sense.
Sheik appears on the scene is the phrasing. And the two new moves of Burst
Grenade. That was the dumbest one so far.
I agree.
I'm like, that was not even, you didn't think too hard on that one.
Well,
Burst
the
Grenade
is where they appeared stuff.
Super shut up.
I just love the fact that the freaking Phantom got pocketed by Animal Crossing.
Yeah, he steals an entire person.
He's just a projectile. That's basically it.
I'm gonna put this Phantom thing in my pocket.
For later use.
So guys,
Can
the whip is
bucket
gone.
The Phantom?
The whip is gone.
The whip is
You bucket
finally
the Phantom.
freaking gone.
Good riddance. What a lame move.
We have burst grenade, which I think is better than the
Does
whip.
that
It's a-
deconfirm Snake? Because that's what I was thinking.
Oh man.
The burst grenade looks like a Deku Nut though, so
Yeah, it's just basically a Deku Nut. It just stuns them.
the bouncing fish is Zero Suit Samus's old down B?
Yeah. Wait, does she have a new down B now? Did they mention?
I don't know. They didn't mention anything about that.
Wow,
but
that's a
it's
good point. It really
definitely-
is.
Yeah, it looks like Zero Suit Samus's now that you mention it. She can like jump up and then hop off things.
Yep. There's no hop off, but it definitely looks like it's supposed to be something very similar. And considering
Yeah.
that they're already kind of similar to begin with.
Yeah,
So
there's like these transformation characters who are the quicker, more athletic, and better than their original characters.
Yeah.
Bouncing fish, though.
Yeah.
It's a questionable.
Oh, you
Title.
actually do bounce off their heads.
Yeah, you just like bounce back and they go to the side.
So Kirby, the hammer, is now chargeable for a hammer flip as the side B. I mean, it's
Because he's
like
DDD.
DDD. It's like DDD, and I think it's a good thing to have. And
I think it's actually really interesting because Kirby in Brawl does have an unused animation for holding his hammer just like he does in Smash 4 now. So I guess it's an idea they revisited. I don't know why they didn't have it in Brawl. Because it looks a lot more interesting than just a single swing.
That up smash for that Luigi gave him, though, was very strong.
Yeah.
oh yeah, great final smash
Yes.
for Kirby.
Yeah, a
With
lot
the
better
Ultra
than
Sword.
Chef.
Oh, way better than Cook. So much
Yeah.
better than Cook.
I kind of like Cook.
Just like
I wish it-
control
I wish it was
your
Mike,
profile and
actually.
kill you.
Oh yeah, but then that'd be
Wish it
like
was
Game
Mike.
Grumps.
And this damn
Gordos instead of Waddle Dees.
Yeah,
fantastic.
just nothing but Gordos.
That's crazy.
I'm kind of glad to see that because you're not going to be able to do Project M style waddle dashing, so I don't even want waddles to be back. They were pretty worthless in Brawl.
Also, it
like
just says
Waddle
DDD
Gordos.
and not King DDD. That's also interesting, to me at least. I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
but
I am going to kind of miss these random clutch Gordos that just like murder people, though.
Right.
I know, oh man.
but they can be deflected back at you with simple attacks,
Yeah.
so that's interesting. Lucario, stronger aura. It needed to be
I
done.
love the don't power up too much, though.
I know.
yeah,
it was-
that was great.
His recovery
like-
actually gets better, but there becomes a point where better is too much.
And you just go
That's
over
like
a
when,
whole
uh,
stage.
that was totally a Wario man on the bike.
Yeah.
yeah. And nice with Sakurai with the Mega Evolutions. Now,
It's
How
just
does-
Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
It doesn't say Final Smash Mega Evolution, just
Yeah.
Mega Evolution.
yeah, how,
Does not
how
even mention how you might transform.
that's really
Yeah.
interesting. How might that work?
You gotta buy the wristband accessory.
Because
right.
Slide it across the Wii U gamepad.
we know that it works with Charizard. Because we saw Mega Charizard X.
Yep.
So it's got to be some sort of mechanic. Although Pikachu doesn't have a Mega
Pikachu gets
Evolution.
no Mega Evolution.
So no Mega Evolution for Pikachu.
He can turn into Raichu.
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting to see how that happens. I don't know, does he get to like a certain point in his aura, but then that doesn't work with Charizard? We don't know about that yet, so we can only speculate. Now,
I like speculation.
Speculation is fun.
it's a good thing. Now, with Olimar, because of the restrictions on the 3DS version, you only get 3 Pikmin.
I'm okay with this.
And the
I'm
fixed
okay
order.
with everything that just happened to Olimar.
Project
Yeah.
is fun. I know.
Yeah,
I
the
love
I love
suicidal
flying
Pikmin
Pikmin
to recover.
recovery.
Yeah. Throw off your Pikmin to get a better recovery.
absolutely.
Oh
yeah.
my god, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's from Pikmin
That's
3 to
great.
get the flying Pikmin. No rock Pikmin though that we know of yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it happening. The order
Order
though.
system.
Yeah, especially since the order's changed.
They're,
The order is locked, so I imagine that down B is a rock move now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
That'd be possible. Yeah.
Rock
With some
smash.
super armor for you.
Oh my god.
Just,
But you have the order of red, yellow, blue, white, purple, which does make sense. But yeah, it's now fixed as opposed to
Yeah.
random. Interesting tidbit though. With the winged Pikmin for the up B, however many Pikmin you're carrying, the heavier you'll be. Oh, smart.
Yeah.
Like I said, throwing your Pikmin off and trying to upbeat. They actually show you use it. Olimar doing just that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do.
It's a technique
I
that
wonder
could
if you
be done.
have like. Wonder if you have 3 purple Pikmin, the flying Pikmin is just completely ineffective.
It might be. It might be.
Like, fuck. You're heavy, buddy.
And just this little dialogue thing opens, just says nope.
Pit is much better.
Yep, I love
Apparently.
his animations.
Yeah.
No gliding. That's out. Which makes you think about Charizard again as well. But it's also not surprising because Sakurai did work on Kid Icarus Uprising. So giving a bit of preferential treatment to Pit.
It looked like to me though his recovery was like his up B was ridiculous, but then he had like 4 jumps still. I'm like, well, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to see everyone recovering effortlessly like Brawl. That would really just kill the game.
That's
I
also a crazy recovery. If you're watching the YouTube version, we're kind of cycling back, and it's he does have a 1, 2, 3 jumps. It looks like for his jumps, but he's been powered up, and he does have the side B with the what do you want to call it, the uppercut. But
Yeah.
look at that! That's a crazy recovery.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that really is.
It's,
With
but
3
it
jumps.
does have a bit of a cool a startup, and so it's kind of just like Firefox.
Yeah, it's like the
It's
space
Fire-
animals.
Yeah,
bit,
Firefox
yeah.
and a little bit of Lucario's up B. So
Can you bend your trajectory then?
it looked like he did bend it a little.
Yeah, he kind of did go for the ledge with it.
That final smash too.
I was say new final smash. No more Centurions. All troops, move out.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
so
really
glad.
lame enemy storm that barely feels like it's trying.
Exactly.
I
He
do have
should
one
have a
thing.
different voice too, hopefully.
I hope so.
I do have one thing I've noticed is that they've gone to the very extreme with all of their recoveries and showing it off. So we don't know if there's any auto sweet spot yet.
Yeah, that's true. We still
a
don't
good
know
point.
if auto sweet spot. I really hope there isn't.
They just keep sweet spotting all the recoveries at the very end of the recovery.
Yeah.
Also,
Also-
Super, I don't know if you were just about to get to this, but
Yes.
they're showing the montage. You want to talk about a certain character?
They're showing the montage of characters, and then they show off Sonic. And he basically just does everything I do in Project M.
I don't know.
That
Right
Project
down
M,
to the down
though.
air spike.
Yeah.
That Project M, though.
Down air spike to spring gimp.
Yeah.
It's like, what even just happened there?
What just happened? They looked at the version of Sonic that was actually fun to play.
They studied Super's gameplay.
That's exactly what happened because we know Nintendo listens to this podcast. Clearly, no, they don't.
Yes.
The only thing that I hope they do is give him a new forward air. I did notice in this Nintendo Direct, Sonic does still have his flop like a fish forward air.
Yeah, that weird like Pikachu is like Pikachu's forward air, and it makes no sense.
It's very
I like
useless.
it.
Yeah.
I like it.
so
You get a lot of hits.
This isn't Marvel.
It's not Marvel, baby.
It's
like-
not novel.
And
All right.
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Gotta talk Yoshi. Finally, the last original
8.
Super
Yeah.
Smash Brothers, the original 8.
Yeah.
The starters from the
Even
Smash
Luigi
64
gets
game.
to be revealed before Yoshi. But
He
now
got
it's
that-
finally here.
He finally got that back surgery.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised that the upright thing is actually a big deal because it
Yeah,
makes him
it's
more
like-
powerful. Apparently,
He makes a big deal about that on Yoshi and Bowser whenever way back when the game was first revealed. He's going ape shit talking about how Bowser stands up now.
I
Yep.
remember when I look at Melee like Brawl Bowser, I'm like his back. He looks like he's in so much pain.
Yeah, he's just
For
like,
real.
"Oh."
Yoshi can still be a
Yoshi's
dick with
designed
the
like
eggs. He can still be a dick with the eggs, but they have rainbows attached to the throws.
Here's
Interesting.
what gets me. It's like we made Yoshi better, and I'm like, what about his recovery that's been terrible since the original game?
Yeah.
Right.
No talk about that, and also no
Nothing.
baby Mario, no baby Luigi, none of that.
Please, no.
No.
If they're not in it, I think I will be a little sad if there's no Ice Climbers.
He's
Yeah.
already talked about him once, so I'm almost certain they're confirmed.
Right.
Yeah.
We
That'll be
said
interesting
how
to see them
difficult
in-
it is because of the 3DS limitations or whatnot, because
Yep.
of different AI.
Yeah,
So I'm like, man, maybe they didn't make it.
I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yoshi just runs over to Diddy and Olimar and they dance. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
By the way, they're here too.
Then we had a new trophy quiz. It looks like Palutena.
It's obviously Palutena. I mean, who would think anything?
It's gotta be.
Oh my god.
Just oh, the horror.
Hello. I thought you were someone else from the back. Never mind.
I didn't even know pseudo Palutena was a thing.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that far in Kid Icarus Uprising because
Yeah.
I've lost the game.
So we're talking about new fighters, and I guess they're going to go over the ones that have already been revealed. So we learn more about Rosalina.
Who still looks pretty as hell.
Yeah.
She looks like a
Still
really
very-
cool character.
Very unique.
Not like full
To like
sprites.
anything we've seen in the series so far too.
Looks like the Luma shot is going to be the neutral B to send out Luma, and they can attack separately. That'll be really
I really
interesting to
think-
control.
I really think she's going to be a dominating force.
She looks
Really?
really crazy.
Yeah, I think the way she's working like that is going to make her a complete and utter dominating force because she can start a combo anywhere. Because like when she's having the Luma attack, her little wand stuff, that's an attack hitbox too.
Yeah.
It could be a
It's
2-on-1
no matter
teams.
where you are not safe.
He didn't say anything about like, oh, Rosalina is much weaker when Luma's away. Like, Rosalina looks like she can hold her own.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not like solo ice climbers where they become garbage whenever they lose their partner.
Exactly. It's going to be very interesting to see how she plays, especially you talk Wombo combo when we were starting the show.
Yes.
Maybe Wombo combo possibilities.
Wombo combo
Oh
in
my
one
God.
single player. 1v1 wombo combos.
Wow, worst.
The best.
I mean, it's really possible. Then we got her, you talked about her different special moves. So the side attack is sending out star bits. That's interesting. And
Which
can
means
be
you
also
send Luma
done.
out and then starbit it.
Exactly. So Diddy was, but then Rosalina is a bit vulnerable. The launch star does look pretty good for an up special recovery.
Yep.
Looks standard fare. The gravitational pull we did see in her original trailer, that just looks crazy, especially when you're playing with items. Or that Lucario, my goodness, that's crazy. Just do crazy things with the Lucario aura. And then Power Star for the final smash. Just Power Star sending out powerful bits.
Yep.
Looks pretty
Interesting
crazy.
final smash.
Little Mac. We gotta think about how Little Mac may have a big impact, especially when you become very good with Little
Yeah,
Mac.
wait.
You try.
What about Donkey Kong kidnapping Rosalina? That was weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like you're
And then
missing
Diddy,
my friend. We're gonna go over
right
here
right
now.
after.
I'm gonna take her now. So Little Mac, we kind of knew that he'd be stronger on the ground, but when Sakurai starts using words like extreme and megaton,
Yeah.
if you have a very good player, I get that you have, Little Mac is weaker in the air. His recovery is terrible. I get that. But if you have a competent player with experience with Little Mac, could be devastating.
Sounds like
Yeah.
melee space animals, basically. He will not recover for crap. You will kill him very fast, but he will also kill you very fast.
Yep. Also, it's good to see that homing attack still sucks.
Yeah, homing attack is still a non-option. Great.
Interesting how he also mentioned the power meter and how that's his, very specific thing. The neutral special is the straight lunge can be charged up, and God, that looks really powerful. Also, you have, he's talking more about the power meter, the KO uppercut. The translator kind of sold it a little bit. Just, one punch, instant KO. And feels so good.
So I just noticed a random thing, but some characters seem to be using their brawl battle porters like Diddy when they're showing Little Mac building up his damage, building up his super meter.
Well, it does say all footage is currently not
Subject
final.
change.
Right.
Just makes it look so weird. I'm like, is this brawl? Wait.
Yeah.
Nothing about this looks like Brawl.
And
Yeah,
my
There's
goodness.
color here.
I know, right? There's color. This doesn't look like a really lame game.
That Final Destination, though.
You're right.
Worlds
Great.
colliding. Universe cataclysmic. It looks pretty
Can I say?
Hey,
go-
look, it's the battle between casual versus competitive.
Uh,
I see
I
what
wanna
you did there.
I want to say that Rosalina's little gravitational bring all the items to her move, like Pokemon battles. That's gonna be
Yeah.
all the Master Balls.
Yeah,
Throw a
just
Pokeball at her, and she's just like, nope, gravitational pull.
Yeah.
take them all for
like-
yourself.
And it's just another thing about Rosalina is just like she has Luma to combo you from anywhere, and she can just not care about projectiles.
Yeah. The side special attack for Little Mac, the Jolt Haymaker, and I have to kind of pause in a strange frame right there. That
Yeah.
kind of looks a little animalistic there. But this is the jumping over punch there, which looks strong. The rising uppercut for the up special, not a good recovery move, but could be used for combos when you're on the ground. The slip counter, wow.
Look at that.
When you do like a little backward sort of, I don't know. And then we have seen Gigamac as his final smash. So not much too surprising there. He's just going to be a beast on the ground.
I just kind of like realized I was pausing and looking at the Final Destination thing, but there's a point where Little Mac is comboing Mario with his rapid jab, and I'm like, and Mario teleports a little bit further in. I'm like, oh look, SDI is confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to know, to be honest, because SDI is really important.
SDI certainly wasn't in Brawl, at least for weak hits. Maybe they fixed that finally. So
Yeah.
we don't
He
get jab
he
blocks.
SDI'd during the jab during the jabs.
There you go. You won't get jab blocks like Sheik's forward tilt all day.
Yep.
Wireframe Mac as a costume from the arcade version.
That was really cool.
They're actually being creative with some of their costumes now.
Luigi's crawl.
I mean, when you have the system power to do that, like it's really cool. This first person thing. I
Yeah, what's
wonder,
the deal with that?
like, is that
You
just
think maybe
playing with
that's
the
like
camera?
Do you think that's like maybe an event?
Maybe.
Yeah,
See
have those.
something weird.
It might just be them playing with the camera, but it's really interesting to think about. Just Bowser getting pummeled here. Wow, that's
Give me a
that's
second
really
to catch
interesting.
up to where you are.
Right, no, I get it. Twitch
Oh, right,
lag
I know.
and all that.
Gotcha.
But that's really interesting. But
Yeah,
yeah,
as far
definitely.
as the camera goes, maybe they were going into replay mode.
Oh, that's possible.
That might be how they filmed this stuff. That does look really cool though, with like over the shoulder.
Yeah.
To really
yeah,
emulate
yeah.
the old version. E60 Master on our Twitch chat points out, love it. Gives me hope for future costumes. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And I
But
think
not
they've
Dark Samus.
they've shown some pictures already with certain characters, like the Fire Mario is back. So certain pictures that they put out on the site that we haven't gotten the chance to see yet. Villager, we have the Pocket as the neutral move that could be very interesting with just all sorts of items and
Steel
projectiles.
spring.
The Lloyd Rocket, and I was too busy at this point just freaking out that you can ride the Lloyd Rocket, but I was just too busy freaking out about the music. It's so good. It's one of the more charming parts of that game when you're on that boat with Cap'n and he's singing his song, and this is a remix of it. Down special attack is Timber, cut the tree, and the final smash with Nook of the Dream Home, and it goes boom.
Yes.
The little fanfare along with it. It's great.
He's
Now-
all happy
someone just-
about it too. He's all really super happy about it, and it explodes, and he just kind of looks a little bit depressed.
Yeah.
Well, at least it won't be saddled with the dead now that Nook's dead.
Yeah. Also, I did notice that when you get a KO,
Mhm.
your character flashes like with the KO effect around them.
Oh,
Oh,
do they do
interesting.
that?
Yeah, if you
Might
can,
be
you can
quick.
do it during the Dream Home segment. If you go back just a little bit and
All right.
watch when Mario dies, the village.
Timber looks
covered in-
ridiculous, by the way.
Oh, you're right. Wow.
Yeah. He gave flashes to signify that he got the KO.
Yeah, that's a good
Kinda
Oh,
point.
smart.
that's cool.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I just caught that a second ago, and that's how you know that he's actually player 2 because player 2 is blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things you learn when you're with this podcast doing video replays. How about that?
Yeah. And stuff you see the second or third time through when you're
Right,
paying
exactly.
attention to small stuff.
Now, Mega Man, I could not take notes because went through all of the moves so quickly.
It's so
Yeah.
good that every move is
Every-
of something taken.
Yeah, every single move is a robot master ability.
Was it really weird for you guys to see Marvel vs. Capcom listed during this?
Talking about Smash moves. You see the Mega Upper from Marvel vs. Capcom.
Marvel versus Capcom.
And they list it like the words Marvel vs. Capcom are on
This is from
screen.
that video game, Marvel vs. Capcom. You know that one?
Yeah.
Maybe you've heard of it. Don't go buy it though. Buy this one.
Yeah.
All right. So your down tilt is the slide.
Yeah.
You have top spin from Mega Man 3 as Top Man. That's your dash attack. Looks like a pretty good dash attack. Mega upper. Yeah, there you go. Marvel vs. Capcom is your up tilt.
Actually, before you go on a little bit further, I just want to bring out just something that's kind of cool about it is his down tilt is sliding. That's interesting. He slides.
Yeah.
That's something we've not really seen before in that he's
Yeah.
literally changing his full position just by doing a tilt.
So you have two approaches with the dash attack and the down tilt.
Yeah, he's got way different approaches. That's gonna be huge as far as competitive is concerned.
Yeah.
It gives him another approach option.
Psycho Wing X9 says, "Sure you can."
Yep.
It's just almost like the up tilt, strong looking up tilt with the Mega
Yeah.
upper. That
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting frame to pause on. But your charge shot is your side smash attack, and that you can charge it. Spark Shock for Sparkman from Mega Man 3 is your up smash. We've seen that in some of the trailers. You've seen a lot of these in the trailers, but it's good to really see the full move set fleshed out.
Yeah, you really get to get a feeling for what Mega Man can do, not just, look, Mega Man's in the game.
The Flame Blast as the down smash
That looks like a really cool down smash.
covers both sides, so that's good for Mega Man 6 for Flame Man. We have our front air or forward air as the Flame Sword from Mega Man 8 with Sword Man, so that's the kind of stagnated flame sword attack. Slash Claw as the back air. They kind of look like similar sorts of attacks with how they're multi-tiered, but just different kinds of approaches. So Mega Man 7 Slash Man for the back air.
But that air shooter though, move over Game & Watch's little thing.
Yeah,
His
the
thing
parachute.
is I cannot defeat Airman.
It just looked like it went straight up though, which
It
is
did go straight up, but he did combo Kirby right into it, and Kirby got carried quite high.
Yeah. But
I mean,
that hard knuckle though, I can't believe he has like a projectile spike.
Oh,
That's
I know.
really crazy.
it's going to be really interesting to see how to play with that. Oh,
It is interesting to note, Mega Man is quite the fast faller, though.
Yeah, he was falling very fast here, actually.
If you notice during the hard knuckle, he doesn't really pop up when you use it. He keeps falling, and he falls fast. But you
Just
know,
like the games though, like when you jump down like 3 screens of nothing.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm trying to see if Sonic was actually like on the edge trying to, ledge hog, or was he just close but not actually grabbing the ledge?
he was grabbing the ledge. He's definitely grabbing the ledge.
Yeah, he's on the ledge. And then this is all like the whole change about, the ledge hogging and all that they're trying to.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I
Change.
forgot about that.
Yep, but we don't know how long he's been hanging on that ledge.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely doesn't
Yeah.
have his invincibility anymore, that's for sure.
Right.
But
So
very-
it's a good question about how much invincibility you get when you're on the ledge too.
Yeah.
When you're rolling up and stuff.
he gets the Gutsman grab of Super Arm.
I love that. It's so silly
Yeah,
looking.
Just hold them just like this L arm position.
Mega Man was put together so lovingly, and you can
Oh,
tell.
absolutely. And how great is this for the neutral special, just your
Metal
B
Blade,
attack?
and it shows that he obviously can throw it in 2 different directions. How many more directions can he go?
All 8.
It's-
Go
it's-
like 3 at once and
It's
kill
so
two.
Mega Man 2. Just to use the Metal Blade because it's the best.
It is
weapon.
the weapon, and it does not ever run out of ammunition, and everything about it is so broken.
Then you get Crash Man's Crash Bomber as your side special, which Yoshi just looking silly.
Yeah.
The down special is the Leaf Shield, so all of your special attacks come from Mega Man 2.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking, like, it's nice that they've got a special attack from most of the classic Mega Man games, but then they have all your specials for Mega Man 2.
This is the one everyone knows.
Your charge shot is your smash.
I'm sorry, I take that back. The up B is Rush from Mega Man.
Oh, right, yeah,
So
he was Mega Man.
I was thinking of the up
Yeah.
with
Up
the
item.
Airman. Yeah, yeah.
But like, I'm just thinking, charge shot is his side special attack. or side smash attack.
Yep.
So that's another thing about Mega Man that is different.
Yeah.
He has a projectile smash attack, kind of like Olimar did, and we know that Olimar's smash attacks are broken.
Yeah,
They're quite good. Spin R17 in the Twitch chat says, Nintendo seems to care more about Mega Man than Capcom does.
Yeah.
Quite astute.
Shit.
That's quite astute.
It's kind of being obvious ever since he was very first revealed in the game.
Tony's just like,
You know,
God
I would
damn
go
it."
on. I'll go on record and say that everyone else in the world besides the people at Capcom care about Mega Man more than Capcom does.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
but that final smash, that cutscene, that
Oh.
that that network, that Star Wars Mega Man and
Mega Man
Navi
X.
Mega Man,
Look
and
at
then
that.
you have Mega Man Trigger,
Battle
and
Network.
X.
It's like all of Mega Man's different incarnations through the years. All
I've-
versions are beating.
How
him
many
up.
people are going to like take the screenshot from that video and they're like, "Yep, that's my wallpaper for my
I was about
computer."
to think it was. I'm gotta pause there. I'm like, that would be my wallpaper right there.
Yeah.
That is true. So here's my thing with that. I've said this before the show, but I've been yelling at my TV a lot because like WrestleMania and Raw were last 2 nights. I yelled at my TV at that, and Nathan was watching with me, and he's like, "That doesn't make sense." And I'm like, "I don't give a shit. All the Mega Mans are there, and I'm happy."
Mm-hmm.
And they're shooting out multicolored beams.
Yeah.
They go full Power Rangers.
Total Power Rangers, multicolored. Go planet.
I love how Mega Man X is shooting just this dark red beam of death.
Yeah.
Like he's the one that's just like, I don't give any care. You will die.
We Fit Trainer. Zzz. Plural.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It starts off with talking about
costumes.
You're right, the deep breathing and sun salutation. So down special is deep breathing, a charge to make things more powerful. Haven't
Hello,
we seen that
Lucas.
before in Project M? Yes, Lucas. Yes.
Except
Right.
for it goes to every move. It sounds like.
Yeah.
It just makes her next attack more powerful. And then the neutral special, this is part of just when you don't have a moveset that is fighting capable, like a Captain Falcon, like another character that is not meant for a fighting game, but you put them in a fighting game. You have to create moves, and creating this sun salutation projectile for the neutral special for Wii Fit Trainer, it's clever. And then he's like, use the combo of the down B and the neutral B, and for a very powerful attack. Like, we've done that in Project M, kind of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just saying. But
And then
Yeah.
looks like a very
What are we
interesting,
gonna do?
very interesting
What are we
character.
gonna do, sue him?
and
Was-
then
Yes, the
It's
the
Fireball.
bulge. The bulge.
the bulge.
I was expecting that to happen. It's just like, oh, they're going to talk about male trainer.
Oh, you mean yeah.
The
yeah.
bulge.
Ganondorf's back. Wait, what?
Oh, what? What? No.
Melee Ganondorf, the bulge.
That huge bowl.
I really wanted, just for no reason, just to be silly, just gender roles and whatnot. He's like, they play exactly the same, but and then Sakurai's like, but the guy's better.
Also that crawl.
So I could have been like, whoa, dude.
So yeah, the male Wii Fit trainer means very good things for alternate costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, wireframe, Little Mac.
It's like
Don't
they actually
freeze
have
on the
dressing
bulge.
with the alternate colors.
Freeze on the bulge.
You gotta point out the bulge.
But when I said, and then that happened, I meant the next thing.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes of what we were going to see in the future.
Yeah.
Be it side tournament or the new competitive environment, I cannot wait to see more of this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Customizable movesets, multi-hitting fireball attacks, fireball lasers.
I mean, I didn't know what to think when I saw this fireball attack of Mario's.
Yep.
Just like, what is that? What is that? And again, this was the second big thing, where Sakurai says, "We'll tell you more at a later date."
Yeah.
You
Also-
told us enough now.
Well, no,
It's
it's
a big
just
game.
true.
It's good.
Did you also notice that not only just this crazy fireball attack of Mario's, but fireballs that shoot straight?
Yep, fireballs shoot. They're lasers.
Yeah, they
And they
don't
took
bounce.
that from his brother.
But they're faster.
Yep. And then
He did it better than his brother. What a dick.
alternatively, you go to Pit, and his arrow is slower and turns tighter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then Marth's sword
Wow.
breaker is
Oh
hilarious.
my goodness,
Like,
it's
Looks like a
crazy.
useful move.
Sound looked great. It charged fast too. You could see him do the animation to start it up, and he fires it out just so quick.
Can we also talk about what Mario is doing to Sonic right here?
All right, let me just get there real quick.
Yeah.
I just love looking at these things.
He does an up B, which seems to have like a fire property, and then he follows it up with some. It's almost like turbo mode. Are they taking all of their ideas
It
from
was
Project
turbo
Down?
mode, yeah.
It really did look like turbo mode. It looked like you canceled up B into down B.
Yeah.
Like there's up B, and then that looks like down B, but it's not down B. It's just one long weird looking epic up B combo death knell.
Super Mario Brothers Z bullshit.
That is,
Kind of.
yeah, that's what it was.
Or maybe like was it down B? It's going to be really interesting to hear more about this, and I think it was a good whetting of the appetite. But this was, I think, the thing that really got any Smash player's eyes just wide open.
Does Marth do the "You Can't See Me" John Cena thing after he hits Fox?
I couldn't even tell you what that is, so I
What?
don't know.
What?
Ah,
And then
but
Kirby
wow.
gets his freeze breath move from
Yeah, what?
everything.
What the? And the punch from DK takes longer.
Tiki takes longer, but he's just like,
Super armor.
you
don't
are
care.
done.
Yeah, a lot of super armor. Wow. This is going to be really interesting to see how this develops, and especially when these games seem to be very similar, except for some that we're just going to talk about here soon.
Yep.
We're going to see this in 3DS version first,
Yeah.
assuming we haven't. We didn't see any 3DS footage of this, but assuming that I don't think he said that this was a Wii U only thing.
He did not even claim that. No.
He never mentioned the different versions of the game. He's just like, this is something that's in the game.
Yes.
It's going to be really, really interesting to see this develop. I'm very excited for that. Then, another trophy quiz.
Yeah.
So I
That
was gonna
thing
say-
happened.
Tournament rule sets are gonna have so much more to do.
Oh
with now.
yeah.
The side
yeah.
tournaments is going to be like, all right, this is a side tournament. Have fun with it. Please, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on. If you win, congratulations, you won.
Do you think that it's going to be a side tournament, or
I
will?
don't know, and that's what I love. I love that. Like, I know it'll start as a side tournament,
Yeah.
but Project M started as a side tournament,
Yeah, that's true.
so I don't know where to go with this.
Yeah.
Really, because
I think it's gonna
Donkey
know how
Kong.
balanced these moves are, because to the point where like you have to ban all but a few of your special move options. It's just going to be something people don't bother
Right.
with.
Like it gives
But
a
if
lot
I
of a lot of customizability for the real competitive community, and not the one that Sakurai and Nintendo have fabricated in their mind. Though we appreciate
Yeah.
them giving credit for that on the online community.
right.
I have to say this real quick. Donkey Kong's taunt has gotten stupider looking since the get-go.
It's got the tiny eyes, like ugh, he doesn't even know what's going
It's
on
just
anymore.
the more expressive. My goodness, that Mario thing is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my,
Everything is amazing. I just want to see what they do for Sonic.
Yeah.
Does Sonic get his boost move?
Does Sonic get to have moves that look like something that remind me of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Customizable moveset. You just have the option to turn him into Project M Sonic.
Please. Project M has so much nicer animations for Sonic, it's not even funny.
I just imagine like a clause in tournaments. Hey, can we run the custom movesets and so I can switch my forward air to something that's actually good to use?
Yeah.
yeah. Just that Donkey Kong.
That Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
That Donkey Kong.
That Conky Dong.
E60 Master on Twitch chat says, seeing all this gameplay shows how much faster this game is than Brawl ever
Yes!
was. It's
Yes,
really true.
I noticed that
Like
too.
fast and not like I'm just floating through jello or low gravity.
There's a lot of gravity here. There's a lot of fast falling. I've
Yeah.
noticed a lot of that.
Yeah.
People are plummeting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like it could definitely be our new Smash game because this is looking way better than Brawl ever did.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Brawl was just a mistake on a lot of levels. It just, they did a lot of things that just did not work. They did not do the testing necessary to see if these ideas were bad
A
or
lot
not.
of things that held it back too, yeah. And then
Yeah.
King Kai Hunter from the Metroid series 4 trophy. New
But
game
who cares
mode.
about that?
I don't know. New game mode only on the 3DS version that we're getting first in summer of this year.
Yes.
Smash Run.
Yes. City Trial Smash. City Trial Smash.
It was amazing. The entire time we were sitting here going, oh, just like City Trial and Air Ride, right? And then he comes right out and says, yeah, I lifted this from Air Ride.
Kremlings.
Yeah, that's interesting. There's
Kremlings.
Kremlings in Smash Brothers, not Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
You're gonna have people saying King K. Rool confirmed.
I don't know
Do you
about
know?
that.
I know. I'm saying that might be a really good sign for him.
It could be, but I would be a lot more. I would say Dixie is a lot more likely before K. Rool. Because she's
Yeah.
actually in Tropical Freeze and is an important character, and she was almost in Brawl.
That's
But I would hope
they're all true. But bringing them Kremling backs, and this is Sakurai we're talking about.
Well, he did add both Meta Knight and Day to Day in Brawl. He could add 2 DK representatives here.
Yep, that'd be funny if DK just suddenly had Diddy, like Donkey, Diddy, Dixie, K. Rool, Cranky.
Oh God, Cranky
I would want Cranky before
I
anything.
I hope
Crank-
K-Rool would be their choice before Cranky, though.
I
want
hope so
Cranky.
too.
But K. Rool definitely before Cranky. I just think Cranky could have a really good moveset.
Yeah, Cranky could be a lot of fun. It would be Cranky Kong. Who doesn't want to like whine and bitch at your opponents and call them shitty when you're beating them up? Back in my
That's his final
day.
Smash.
Whoa. Did I say
Now, for someone who never played Kirby's Air Ride, this looked very confusing at the start of it all.
That
Just
is-
like all these different things popping up.
You didn't mention that. Smash Ball thing.
Oh, Smash Ball?
There's a Smash Ball item that comes out of the comes out of the Goomba when he kills it, and I don't seem to recall him mentioning it in the power-ups.
Yeah, it's like a
it could have been one of them, but I don't think I saw it.
Maybe it's
No,
a boost for
it's-
everything.
Smash symbol.
Maybe, yeah, a boost for everything.
I guess so. Yeah, like the
Just
all
across the
up,
board,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, right now I saw something though that. What was that?
That.
He jumped and glue green for a split second. Mario did. At about 31, 32 or something like that.
It's like,
But like he just jumps like
yeah, he, like just this
he
glowing
jumps,
green jump.
becomes a glowing green entity and then reappears into a bee.
I don't get that.
It's crazy looking. I don't know what it was.
I mean, for someone who didn't know a lot about the original mode, like I'm just seeing this. It's like it's adventure mode. It's subspace
It's
emissary a
everything.
little bit.
It's
break
targets.
break the targets. Yeah, like that's a.
I look at this and I keep thinking, wow, this is everything they did not bother to do with Subspace. We have recognizable enemies and stuff, and like it looks interesting and fun.
From
Not
Subspace
these
and
really
other
lame
games.
stages with these really lame enemy characters.
And all the enemy characters are working together. There's Kamek, Goomba, the little eye things from
Yeah.
Kid Icarus.
But-
There's like Gremlins. There's
It's
So
just
they
like,
brought back Pedo Pant.
but that's okay.
yeah, they brought back a few Subspace enemies. But that's all right because we have recognizable enemies. Not all of them were
Yeah.
terrible.
What do you think
Not all
about the?
enemies were terrible. That's right.
What do you think about the 5-minute time limit?
I'm okay with this. I'm pretty sure that you might be able to change it later.
I hope so.
I mean, 5 minutes is a good baseline, but I would like to see the ability to have longer or shorter matches.
Definitely, because like all of this just looks like I'm going to spend too much time in this.
Yeah.
This looks like where I'll be spending a lot of my time, especially when playing with friends.
I mean, if it's in
Especially for the 3DS
I'm not
version.
going to-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's right. I was going to say, I'm not going to take the 3DS version as seriously. Probably not really at all. So it's good to see. This is like, I'm playing the 3DS version. Let's play this fun mode that's only in the 3DS version. It gives me a reason to play it.
Yeah.
Then if I
Yeah.
want to play for real, it would be on the Wii U version.
Plus, like this fits perfectly into the 3DS version. The idea that you have your own screen, what can you do with it in a multiplayer
Yes.
mode? This is exactly what they could have do.
That's
Look at
exactly,
Luigi's
yes.
portrait.
He's just doing his taunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like
Everything
you
here
max
is
out
just-
things. You max out at 1,000. It looks like for these points.
That's kind of crazy. If you could ever reach that point. Bowser's up air is way faster.
Oh yeah.
It's like fighters begin on an expansive battlefield. He does say begin.
I think it means like these special events take place off the battlefield.
Well,
Yeah.
it's fighters begin on an expansive battlefield. This thing here.
Maybe
But
they
we
start
saw-
in
we
different
saw them run through
locations.
doors and stuff though. So
That's true.
there could be a lot more to this than we're not seeing.
There's probably like interior areas and stuff, like little rooms to explore with
Yeah.
enemy hordes or targets.
Or I wonder if if this game eventually gets patches or DLC or what have you, maybe
This area right
different
here.
maps, new maps.
If you look over on the expansive battlefield thing, if you look over to the left, the rotating wheel area right there,
Yep.
that's what we saw in that original trailer with Mario
Yep.
jumping super high for some
That's
reason.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
And because he has a lot of jump, it does make
Yep.
sense.
And that's the area right there. He jumps, he goes through a grassy area. That's it, right there.
Yeah. So you can really see like this is a giant interconnected stage, and that's a really fun idea, I think.
Interesting that that when they showed off this for the first time, this was already in full swing.
Yeah.
All the city trial of things as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. They had these ideas from the get-go.
And
Yeah,
then
this expansive battlefield thing. Looking
Yeah.
around it, you see things all in every corner.
Yeah.
There's this thing over here. I don't even know what that is. It just looks awesome.
Yeah, there's just a lot of detail, and they took a lot of time to make this. It's just one stage, but it's somewhere you can play differently every time.
Yeah.
And again, with someone who has really never played that mode from Kirby's Air Ride, which yes he does directly mention, when they said, and now you take all of those and go to a battle, I'm like,
Yes!
oh hell yeah.
Let me.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you would never play Kirby's Air Ride, get excited. This stuff is hype.
This is the most fun. Like, Rob Joe and I, we spent some days, just days, playing
Yeah.
City Trial.
It was
Having
by
all
far
the
the best
fun
part of
time.
the game.
The only
Is,
thing we ever were able to really do was defeat King Day to Day in his event.
Yeah.
We did it like once.
Ridiculous, way too much health. But yeah.
Is Air Ride any fun one player? Because I've been thinking about trying it out.
It's alright, but your main actual racing game mode is really kind of shallow and limited. You can still have fun with like the city trial mode and stuff on your own, and you get like a checklist style like mission thing. Like Brawl has its own checklist kind of thing lifted from Air Ride again. So the game like gives you goals to meet and stuff and things to do, but the overall like just standard racing experience is pretty limited.
It's it's a shame considering that was one of the few games that made use of the Nintendo GameCube broadband adapter.
Yeah, it could have been
Yeah.
really, really good if it had like a fleshed out real race mode, but they just spent all their time on City Trial, it seems like.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine by me.
But yeah, I mean, it went to good use.
City Trial is way too much fun. Way too
Yeah.
much fun with players. All the events are super great.
Yeah.
I suppose the only real problem was the fact that even though it was a good song, it only played one song unless an
Yeah.
event was playing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm looking forward to seeing all this kind of good gameplay in Smash Brothers now. That's really crazy.
I just want to make a special shout out to Luigi's character portrait.
Being that tip over kind of
Yep.
animation.
Taunt, yep.
We were
Yeah,
talking
I
about
can't
that.
believe that's the render they went with for him.
Tipping over.
And it doesn't seem to be just normal Smash. I mean, there seem to be also options for these different sort of variations. Easy launch Smash, climb to jump.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
here watch. You got free for all Smash where you just straight up fight each other.
Oh, you mean for the events?
Yeah.
Yeah, and special events, winds are raging. I hope this is something that you can choose. Like, if you wanted to do normal Smash, like, you could. I think that would be so much fun. But
Yeah.
if you wanted to do these events, hopefully, yeah, you'd be able to choose those as well.
Yeah, you should be able to turn them on and off. You could kind of do that in Air Ride, so I expect you can do it here.
And then
Damn, God.
equipping with items, oh man, that's great.
Yeah.
I love the events in the middle of the game too.
Yeah,
Bringing that straight from City Trial again.
Yeah, and just makes things. It gives you something different to look at for the next few minutes. It gives you something else to think about. It freshens it up, so you're
Yeah,
not just
so every
mindlessly
time-
collecting.
Every time
power-ups.
will be different. Every time will be awesome.
Yeah,
It's going to be really great to have that. Yeah, with this version that is coming out sooner than the console version, gives us a lot of playtime for sure. Very,
Yeah, it's-
very exciting.
too.
You can bring items with you too, and I want to see how those things work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little cyclone, power bomb, super armor ray gun that you can just make appear at any time. Warp. I don't know what that's gonna do.
Just like
And then horizon
position.
beam. which looks entirely just like a freaking like Gallic gun attack.
Yeah.
It's just like Mario's going to start using beam moves now. Tony, start writing comics.
Oh god. Did you see the fucking the attack from Kirby kidnapped Ego Raptor and Game Grumps?
I don't think I did. No.
No.
They also show you a
Took an
different.
item.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Warp.
Oh, yeah, just like
Luigi it says equip yourself with items, and Luigi just used the warp.
just like teleport to another room.
Yeah, well, he teleported right to a treasure chest.
Yeah,
Lucky
the different
bastard.
items. We have Chandelure from Pokemon as an enemy. That's really interesting.
Yeah, using the
Yeah.
Pokemon as actual enemies too.
That's
that was
something really cool. I really like the idea of like fighting these Pokemon instead of just having them be this invincible force on the stage that screws with you for a minute.
Yeah.
So, as Sakurai started to wrap things up with the character montage, what were you guys the thoughts about? Well, we saw veterans, but what about newcomers?
Actually, what that made me think is that I think we have what might be our starting roster now, because they went through them in a really showy, slow manner, starting in the order they've been added to the franchise. It really seems like we might be at least
that would
close
be
to
good.
or might have our starting default roster now.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
I think I'm with Rob on this one. I think we might see maybe one more person that they're
Yeah.
kind of holding out on.
Yeah.
Maybe two more, but I think we are looking at our starting roster.
Interesting
Like,
with no Earthbound characters yet.
Yeah. Well, I would expect we'll probably see Ness, maybe Lucas, and they're just going to be secrets.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually really like that we had not seen that many newcomers, and that gives me hope that we'll be able to have a lot of secret newcomers. The one
Yeah.
thing Brawl did terribly is that they blew their load before the game came out. The only newcomers you unlocked were like Lucario, Wolf, Snake and Sonic don't count. You knew them already, and Toon Link didn't really count. He was kind of just like Young Link. It's like Lucario, Wolf, and Rob were your only surprises post-release.
Yeah.
And I really, really, really hope we get to unlock a lot of interesting new characters. But at the same time, we're also missing a lot of veterans. I want to know how many characters we're going to have in total.
But like, you
I
think,
remember
but they leave out
when they started
Wario.
going.
Yeah, like there's Wario. I mean,
Meta
I would
Knight.
rather have no Wario than have WarioWare Wario again. I cannot go back to WarioWare Wario. He's just stupid. But, I mean, there's a lot of characters we're missing that I don't want to see go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we'll
yeah,
see.
I was gonna say when they started this little montage, I'm like, there's gonna be something after this.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And-
of course. Yeah, I mean,
like,
they're
there's
building
still
into a
time.
newcomer, obviously.
yeah, and the way they did the newcomer even in their own video, they trolled you hard.
And it's like, it's
In their
Charizard.
own
He's just
greatness.
Charizard. Just Charizard.
I'm just working my way through the montage right now as
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Well, right
And,
now,
it's
right now,
all
this-
it's the old ones. And did you guys notice that Luigi does the flutter cake jump,
Mhm.
and it
Yeah.
looks really
fantastic. Yep.
Weird flutter jump like in the games.
cool. And he looks like he's struggling so hard.
Gotta jump higher than Mario.
Good
Now-
job.
We're on the trailer right now, and it looks great. Obviously, it's all pre-rendered and whatnot, but great to see Charizard. And at this point, I think
Who's
we're all
throwing
thinking
all
like,
those Pokeballs.
yeah. I think at this point we're thinking like, okay, did they split up the Pokemon trainer?
Yeah.
And then,
Well, at first when I saw the Pokeballs, I'm like, Pokemon Trainer has every Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right, yeah,
you just press
all
down
of the
B and
Pokemon.
hope.
Yeah.
Just switch to a random Pokeball one. Yeah.
Goldeen and Magikarp. God damn it.
Yeah.
There's a few silly things in this trailer. My favorite was this Pikmin running next to Samus's pistol and keeping up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, check this out.
Looking at the charge here, Sword Hunter and I at first thought like,
Yeah,
Mewtwo?
something where I'm like pausing as I'm watching the trailer,
Mhm.
and they're throwing them, and these are all Pokemon that are in their Pokeballs
Yeah,
that
they're all-
we've seen already, except for I saw Oshawott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably our spoiler list for other Pokemon we don't know
That's
about
a
yet.
good point.
There's
They're only
Gardevoir.
using these because they have models for them.
Yep, I see Gardevoir. I see Zoriark.
Mhm.
Yep,
That would mean he's deconfirmed.
I see Zoriark here. But
Giratina.
Giratina, I see. But there's also Gardevoir, who we know is a Pokeball, and we're seeing Lugia, who we know is a Pokeball.
Kyogre again.
Suicune.
Oh, Suicune's coming back.
Yep, Suicune's coming back.
Mellow it. I think that's probably like all the
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. The charge though here,
The hell's that?
Pikachu is next to Charizard because he's playable.
Okay, we have a Gen 6 Pokemon here I'm looking at. We have Fion.
Oh yeah.
That's Fion, right?
Fiona,
I
yeah.
might be go a little bit further. I can't even tell if it's. I don't know what that is. That's another thing from Gen 6.
Oh, okay, that's another thing from Gen 6. But there was 2 Gen 6 Pokemon next to
I
Fennekin.
think it's like Malamar.
Okay, thanks.
Malamar?
Malamar.
Okay, yeah, we have another person here who's kind of our
Mhm.
resident Pokemon expert, I guess.
Yeah. I still need to get motivated to finish X and Y.
I love Pikachu's open mouth here. It looks weird.
It's just like this vertical stretched mouth, like Charizard. I can't believe Charizard. They're trying to make me play this game.
Yeah.
They're trying to push me.
So let's talk about this charge here, because I know Sword Hunter and I both thought it was Mewtwo. I know we have people in our chat that thought it was
There
Mewtwo.
was
Yeah.
I had no idea what that was though. But
I was like, Mewtwo,
posture
Mewtwo,
didn't look right.
Mewtwo. And then when they showed Greninja, I shouted, "Eat it, Mewtwo!"
I saw there's like the water shuriken comes by. I'm like, it's Greninja.
Yeah.
Oh my, it's Greninja.
And
I'm
it's
like-
shocking because I'm still thinking the like Pokemon trainer mode. Like, are they gonna have a grass starter?
Yeah, I was.
What,
I really
Greninja's
expected
on his
to see
own?
A grass starter, like not with a trainer, but with
We
a
have
grass
fire starter and a water starter.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to unlock a grass starter from maybe Gen 5.
They're Pikmin.
It's freaking like
Mark,
torpedo.
look at the Pikmin's the best part of that because he's just spinning with the missile like
Torpedo
whoa.
Yes.
He's probably thinking this is just horrible thoughts to
He
himself.
wipes out. He doesn't even make it to his target. He wipes out.
I was super pissed that the water shuriken stopped the Mario punching the dragon and whatever Charizard was doing. I'm like, I wanted to know what was gonna happen there if they collided.
Yeah, yeah.
Charizard-
I'm just surprised that out of all of the Gen 6 Pokemon, Greninja is the one they chose.
Come on, that's a wallpaper.
That's me and you, Rob.
I
That's
know,
my
right?
Mario and your Charizard.
I know, right? The one that is my wallpaper now.
That is a great wallpaper shot.
Dude, Team Froakie, I win.
I guess so. You
Yeah.
win, Megami wins, everyone on Team Froakie wins.
Sonic wins. Silver wins.
Greninja looks really good though.
Yeah, he looks like a crazy character that
Almost
I did
like
not expect at all.
chic-ish. Chic-ish
Very
with some
chic-ish.
Pikachu up B with a
First
quick
thing I
attack.
said was, I want to see a chic Greninja team right now.
Yeah. We should have just shown him, like, entirely shown him in doubles with Sheik as his partner.
Doesn't it look weird that he's in it too? Because he's like so new, but it looks like it fits perfectly at
Yeah.
the same time.
Look at that. And then
Yes.
little drops of water from the
Yeah.
tree branch. That's so pretty.
Detail.
And Nate's just like, Tony, the tongue thing's stupid, but it's awesome, but it's kind of stupid at the same time.
We should have seen it coming with Sakurai and the substitute.
Yeah.
And there's a substitute move.
Yep. We didn't see it coming, but that was just a great little foreshadow.
I'm really actually happy with that substitute because he keeps, like, he gave Little Mac a counter and it just looks like your standard counter and that's really lame, but substitute looks like an inventive, like, take on counter.
Yeah.
Something I noticed was Greninja's down air is a plummet move. It's Zero Suit Samus's from Project M.
I know, it, like, bounces
It
off.
bounces off of their head and you go into a back air.
It's just taking all the inspiration.
It's the oh my god, that up tilt is his tongue scarf hit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Now, here's the real question. Are we done?
And they showed the
with-
megas as well.
Oh, here's another question. What is this gorgeous looking stage? With
Where?
the stained glass windows
I
and
was
the
about to ask
cathedral. Holy cow. I look at that and I'm just like,
Oh,
wow.
I didn't even notice this at first.
What is oh I know what that is.
What is it?
It's Pokemon.
What?
That's the Elite Four stage.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Talk
Wait.
about a great Pokemon stage if
But that's
so.
on Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But what? What?
But- Wii U's supposed to only have Wii U stages. And
We're just,
Well, with Pokemon,
I think we had
you
to
run
make an
the-
exception for Pokemon.
I suppose so.
There's
But
not-
like that is definitely the Dragon Room in the Elite Four in Gen 6.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Well, Drasna.
Drazna's the Elite Four master with the Dragon, right?
it's gorgeous though.
I'm like, I recognize the room.
That's really nice.
That is pretty.
It's what I've wanted for a while. Is like a serious Pokemon stage.
Yeah,
just
not
on
just like a
platforms that are
stadium
slightly-
or a
slightly
spear
tapered.
pillar. Yeah.
Bit.
Yeah, the platforms above are curved. That's beautiful.
That's an interesting choice. I'm looking forward to playing the stage.
I wonder if those are definitely Pokeballs on the ground there.
Yeah.
Here's your Mega Evolution, Mega Charizard X. Again, we don't know what triggers it, but it still looks really cool.
I'm still with Greninja right now, looking at his move sets. Something I noticed was that water move he uses. It looks like a water shuriken, really strong, really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It drags Bowser away, using that to take out someone's recovery options. It looks just so broken.
Do you think that Charizard will have the Mega Evolution option because he has two?
Interesting.
Or did they just pick the cool one?
They probably just picked the cool one.
I think.
And I like the other one
Charizard
too.
It looks lame. I'm just gonna say it.
Guys, did you notice?
Greninja and Lucario.
No. Charizard, when he's fighting Greninja, turns around and hits him, hits when he's fighting Mario. Rob, does that forward air look similar to you?
How did I not even notice? Holy shit!
Because in Brawl, Charizard's forward air was this weak kind of flary thing.
Yeah, that they then
But
adapted
here
much
it's
better to
Project
Side B.
M's claw move.
Yeah, it's not the same trajectory, but it's a very similar idea. It's that single strong hit, and I
It's
like
a single
that.
strong
Yeah,
claw
right
attack.
there.
And
Yep.
he still has his neutral air.
And he still has his neutral air, which is hilarious.
As long as I can play
Team be
airs on.
flattered.
Yeah,
I think
they should be very
There's a lot of
flattered.
Project M here.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
actually really too. I like how Charizard has his facial expressions in Brawl made him look like he'd been hit on the head as a kid and was retarded. He looks a lot more fierce and cocky and
Look how
like
big that claw gets.
It does look pretty crazy, yeah.
It's like this scene where he dodges Mario's fireball and just back throws him. He's got this stupid grin on his face the entire time. He looks awesome now.
Charizard's final smash should be.
What the world is that move?
It's probably maybe
It's
a new side.
side B.
It has to be a new side B because Rock Smash was lame.
Yeah. There's a move where Charizard flies across the ground of the stage in a big flaming arc.
It makes me think of his glide attack,
Oh,
but he
Flare
can't
Blitz.
glide.
Yeah, it
Flare
looks a
Blitz,
little bit.
there we go.
Yeah, it's Flare Blitz.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
All right, so
Or
last
charge.
question for you guys.
Oh,
think
that
we-
is strong.
Holy shit.
I think we mentioned it earlier, but is this the last Pokemon inclusion in this game?
I don't know.
No way. No way.
What about Pokemon inclusion? I wasn't paying attention.
This is Greninja the last Pokemon.
Oh, we have to have at least one secret Pokemon,
It's
and
great to
I
see the
think-
cinematic Final
Yeah.
Smash.
honestly, I
We
really,
have
I really think we're gonna see Jigglypuff. I mean, you
Mhm.
can't have just all the
Yeah, we're gonna
original
have Jigglypuff.
characters, but we're
Yep.
missing one or two.
Right.
Yeah, Nest, Captain Falcon, and Jigglypuff are definitely shoo-ins.
They
As far as newcomers though.
newcomers.
It's I don't.
we have to have a
know.
grass.
No, there's got to be a grass
There's-
starter.
There has to be grass, and he might be someone really cool who's secret. He might be some kind of legendary grass type or something. But
Might be one of the ones that's not released yet.
yeah, I don't know. I really want to see. I want to see Jigglypuff, and I want to see a secret Pokemon, a secret character Pokemon that's a newcomer.
Yeah.
If they choose a grass one, it can't be not a newcomer unless it's just Ivysaur again. And seeing
I
as they
agree.
pick third generate evolutions every time, I don't think it'll be Ivysaur.
I don't think Ivysaur's coming back. I don't think Squirtle's coming back.
No.
And I now
It's the
question
only
Mewtwo
reason.
coming back. I question
I-
Mewtwo coming back because it's going to be too many Pokemon.
Back. I mean, if Mewtwo was going to be back, we would not have Greninja. We would
We
not
wouldn't have Lucario.
I think
Yeah,
we would
yeah.
not have all these Pokemon and also have Mewtwo.
Exactly.
I would
I think
like
you're right.
to see this kind of doesn't count with Pikachu around, but I would like to see a non-bipedal Pokemon.
Yeah,
But Pikachu's really kind of it stands upright a lot.
yeah. I mean,
I'd like to see a bipedal, a
Yeah.
quadruped or something.
Yeah.
else.
without
Torterra.
Without Ivysaur,
Maybe
we no longer
Torterra.
have a quadruped fighter.
Torterra?
Torterra would be pretty awesome.
Be really curious how Torterra would
Because
work.
you have
I would
Charizard, you have Greninja, all fully evolved forms, and then
I
you
would
go
love
Gen
to see
4.
evolved forms along all for all them, but like Torterra Would he be like really weak to the villagers down B?
Chop them off.
Just cut the trees.
Oh my god.
Hits him with down B, immediate death.
Isn't, and I'm not using this as justification not to include Torterra, but isn't Torterra like 5,000 pounds or something? Like, I can't see that thing.
Very heavy.
You know?
Yeah,
can't
but
see him, like, doing a
Smash,
backflip in the
I've seen
air.
A lot of these things happening, and yet here they are.
It'd be similar
just saying.
similar to Ivy's sword design, just heavier. You still have the quad.
Quadruped, yeah.
Yep.
I
I
think
don't know which other starter you would use, because like you've got Venusaur, which
Sceptile.
is now Gen 1, so out of there.
Yeah.
You could use
Uranium.
Meganium or Sceptile.
Meganium
I-
or Sceptile. I think would probably work,
Sceptile could
but
be.
he is bipedal.
Yeah.
But
I-
I think he would work with what they're going for. But then again, Sceptile, the way he looks, kind of works alongside the same ideas of Greninja.
Yeah.
by
That's
the way it
true.
looks.
Yep.
So I think Torterra would have the best chance.
Yeah, kind of. I
Now, Gen
wish
5. What about Gen
Just
5?
a
I'm trying to remember the grass starter in Gen 5. I don't use grass starters often.
Superior.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
That would
Yeah.
be perfect.
I mean, honestly, I kind of want to see Superior because at this point, Generation 3 and 5 have been the only generations not to have playable Pokemon. I want to see a playable Gen 5 represented. Gen
Yeah.
3 can probably go get screwed.
Even Snivy would be cool.
That'd be really interesting. Either
The
Superior or
only thing
Torterra.
is, in the initial, like when they throw all the Pokeballs out, Snivy, I believe, is one of the first ones you see.
Oh, yeah, there's
right
Snivy.
there.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
Tiny, and then there's Chestnut over there.
Yeah, they're both Pokeball Pokemon.
Yep.
But
They
that doesn't
they
mean-
arrive alongside that Pikachu reject.
Pikachu. Oh, that terrible thing. That Dedenne or whatever.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
that he's a Pokemon that is used.
Stop trying to make Pikachus, guys. You have Pikachu, just go with it.
Stop making Pikachus, basically.
Yeah, Pikachu
But,
was
like,
bad enough.
We see that, and then we see Blossom, and we already know that Blossom is a Pokeball Pokemon. We see Chestnut, and I think we've already seen Chestnut in pictures. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not sure.
But we do see Snivy in that, and
Yeah.
Oshawott as well.
Go.
yeah.
One more mention that I want to make note of before we
Yeah.
wrap up the show.
Sorry.
There was the rumor before E3 of someone on NeoGAF who listed characters that
For a
You
second
just-
there, I thought you were
just-
rhyming.
just he thinks that these characters are in the game.
Oh,
And this was
right.
bef-
that
this
thing.
was before E3, and he said that it would be, oh gosh, what was the list in the order that he did? He had Villager, he had Mega Man, he had Wii Fit Trainer, he had Little Mac, he had Pac-Man, and
Oh,
he had
God,
me.
No. I'm sorry. What did you say to Pac-Man?
Pac-Man and me are the two out of those 6 that have not been revealed, and the other 4 have.
I really don't like the sound of that. Please, no Pac-Man. Me's could be all right,
Well,
but
they
Pac-Man.
Please use
Yeah.
a Tails character. They're so much better. Please use a Soul Calibur
Use
character.
someone who has made an impact on the video game industry past his debut, please.
Yeah.
Dude,
Now-
if you played Pac-Man Championship Edition, that shit is awesome.
It's a good game, but God, don't-
Pac-Man has not made an impact. He's not really like made people go, "Wow, Pac-Man." He's just had some okay games. He's kind
Wild
of
Pac-Man stopped after Pac-Man
Yeah.
and Mrs. Pac-Man.
Now, I'm not done. There's a new development, apparently. I think according to the site Gematsu, who apparently the
this
same
guy.
source has posted again regarding newcomers that will be in the game.
yeah.
So again, take it as rumor. And he has listed Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles,
Oh, cool.
Crom,
Yes.
Palutena?
However, at the same token, damn. I wanted
want
a
a
guitar.
You
non-sword.
say Palutena?
I did say Palutena is one of them.
Yeah, we kind of knew that one already.
I can't remember how we mentioned it. The chorus characters from Rhythm Heaven.
Ooh.
The 3 little white guys who they're just white, kind of almost stick figures in a way. And as he
Uh-huh.
said, a character from Pokemon X and Y.
Greninja.
Well, look at that. Greninja is a
Greninja, we
character from
already kinda know
Pokemon
about
X and
Palutena.
Y.
yeah.
I mean, it's like, yeah, that's cool, and I like the idea of Crom, but not Pac-Man. Pac-Man just feels like a big waste of a slot.
He is just. I mean, there are people who like Pac-Man,
I
and
get
I
it.
don't mean to say that they're bad people, but Pac-Man is just not a character that most people care about.
So yeah, in case you missed those
You have to
5,
be older than, you know.
You have to be like 30, 35 and remember wasting your allowance quarters in a Pac-Man machine to really have a fond memory of Pac-Man being a big figure.
so in
I
case you
won't
missed those
mind.
5, Shulk, Crom, Palutena, the chorus from Ribbon Heaven, and a character from Pokemon X and Y.
I would rather have the Avatar / Robin from Fire Emblem Awakening rather than Crom. But Crom is cool. I really liked his character.
Yeah.
And, you know, Avatar wouldn't be that much different. They're both sword users. Crom at least have a chance of using a pole arm.
Please
lance.
do not have a straight sword Fire Emblem character. 4 Fire Emblem characters, all with swords. And the franchise symbol is even a sword in Smash Brothers.
Yep.
Yeah. And, you know, which is funny because the Fire Emblem is actually a shield.
Yeah.
And, you know, the neat thing about using Crom would be the fact that both he and Marth use the exact same sword.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of funny. They don't have to redo the model on the sword, I guess.
If they touch swords, does the universe implode from a paradox?
No, because that happens in the video game.
Oh shit! I should actually play the game before I start trying
Yeah,
to talk about
it's an
it.
early cutscene. It's not that much of a spoiler.
Okay.
So again, to wrap things up, the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. Summer 2014, the Wii U version, Winter 2014. But this was a wonderful direct, just a delight.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was just a full goodness.
They like.
And the only person you saw was Sakurai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the fact that they did this direct because up until now, all they really
Up
been
until
doing,
now. Up until now.
I really said it. Oh my god. That's all they've really been doing is just showing screenshots and occasionally short trailers, but without really going into the meat and potatoes of what's actually going to make this game good or bad.
And it's
This
been
is the
2
first
weeks.
time-
Much until
This is
now.
the first time I'm like, I want this game.
I know this made me actually care about the game.
Yep.
It's been
I mean,
2
I
weeks
just,
of
like-
items and assist trophies too. So
Yeah, I mean, up until I just kept thinking this game is probably going to be nifty and new, but it's probably not going to stick with me. It's probably just going to be kind of another brawl. But then I'm like, no, wait, they actually care about this game.
it's really exciting, and we're sorry that this podcast has run a little longer than we thought, but
It
we
was
hopefully
more than we thought it would be, though, too.
Yeah, it's true. It was really dependent on what would be revealed. And for 40 minutes of content to give you a 2-hour podcast, especially if you're watching the YouTube version,
gotta be
please do watch that because that's at youtube.com/showmeyournews. You know, we have the video
You
playing
should
through
put a
essentially the whole
disclaimer
thing.
before the video instead of at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It might be a
exactly.
thing to add.
That
Maybe.
polka dot dress thing.
And I do also have to apologize if the audio has been a little choppy on my guests and my sound card has been messing up. I have no idea what's happening, but hopefully it's still a good listen. Thank you to everyone who's joined in the Twitch chat. We really do appreciate it at twitch.tv/showmeyournews. We're all happy Smash fans today. Let's just say that. With that, I'm Yoko.
I'm super.
I'm
I'm Tony.
Rob Joe.
You son of
Bastard.
Tony. I love this.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought we were done with everyone else, and I'm like, oh, I better say my name.
Oh, I just
I wasn't
not
paying
been here the
attention. We were
last
having
2
a
hours.
conversation about a Pokemon.
Okay, bye. I love you guys.
Love you too. We're out.
You, Tony.
Smash hype.
Hi.
Yes.